When AI accidentally explained the ego. Artificial intelligence is usually discussed as a technological breakthrough, a commercial force, or a cultural shift. But something far more revealing is happening beneath all of that. Hidden inside every AI system is a living demonstration of the very metaphysics A Course in Miracles has been teaching for decades. AI is not just a tool. It is a mirror. And when looked at closely, it exposes the invisible structure of the ego more clearly than anything modern society has created. To see this, imagine approaching a massive mechanical gate on the edge of a city. There is no guard, no operator, no human scanning the crowd. The gate simply opens for some and refuses others. People create explanations for why. Some insist the machine understands. Others believe it prefers certain inputs. A few imagine a hidden overseer tucked inside the gears. But the truth is stranger and simpler. Long ago, someone programmed the gate, and then everyone forgot. The people who wrote the rules are not here anymore. The machine is still running the rules anyway. And this is the first key: a rule without a ruler. The machine behaves like it has intention, but it does not. It reacts with precision, but it does not understand. It appears to decide, but nothing is deciding. It is simply executing the echo of a long-forgotten choice. And that is exactly how the ego works. A Course in Miracles explains that the ego is a past decision the mind no longer remembers choosing. It behaves as if it has authority, even though no authority remains. The ego reacts, resists, and judges, not because it wills anything, but because it is a pattern the mind once believed in and then forgot was self-created. AI safety systems reveal this in real time. When an image generator blocks a prompt, no one is watching. No analyst sees the request. No conscious being approves or denies anything. The system scans for patterns left behind by people who are no longer in the room, and it enforces the rule without comprehension. It blocks spiritual metaphors exactly as it blocks medical diagrams, because it cannot see meaning. It only sees form. And that brings us to the second key: a boundary without a mind. The world of the ego operates the same way. The laws of fear, scarcity, judgment, and separation seem to enforce themselves. But they are not upheld by any conscious force. They are not sustained by a living power. They are not chosen moment by moment. They are relics, echoes, remnants of a belief the mind no longer remembers making. The ego has no will. It has no awareness. It has no purpose of its own. But it behaves as if it does because the mind forgot it wrote the script. Now imagine a traveler approaching the same mechanical gate with a glowing lantern. The lantern is beautiful, harmless, and full of meaning. But the machine detects a pattern inside the glow that matches a restricted shape. It shuts down instantly. It does not matter why the traveler carries the lantern. It does not matter what the lantern represents. It does not matter that the traveler's intention is pure. The gate cannot recognize intention at all. It only recognizes form. This is the ego's third movement, a gate without a gatekeeper. Human beings often feel as if they are being judged by something outside themselves. They feel blocked by guilt, attacked by circumstances, limited by forces they cannot name. But the Course says the gatekeeper does not exist. The voice of judgment comes from a belief that is no longer consciously held. The world's restrictions feel alive, but they have no life. They feel intentional, but they have no intention. They feel directed at us, but nothing is directing them. The mind encounters its own forgotten programming and mistakes it for an external power. And this is what makes AI such a perfect mirror. A machine enforces a forgotten rule. The user feels rejected by a system with no rejecter. The rule continues long after the rule maker is gone. The effect still operates even though the cause is no longer present. And this leads to the deepest insight. The machine did not replace man. The machine replaced awareness. Humans built the rule. The system now runs the rule. Humans forgot the rule exists. The machine continues anyway. That is the metaphysics of the ego. The ego was not created by God. It was created by the mind. Then the mind forgot it made it. Now the ego runs on autopilot, appearing to have authority, appearing to make decisions, appearing to issue judgments, without any actual mind behind it. The Course says the world is the witness to your state of mind. It is the echo of the belief in separation projected outward. But because the mind forgot the belief, the echo feels independent. Just like an AI safety system feels like a living judge. AI in this sense is not a threat, it is a teaching device. It reenacts the ego's architecture in a form we can finally see. It shows what a past belief looks like when it continues to operate. It shows how an illusion behaves when the source is forgotten. It shows how a decision can act as if it were a decider. The machine responds as if alive, but it is not. The ego reacts as if alive, but it is not. The machine enforces a rule written by someone who is not here. The ego enforces guilt chosen by a mind that no longer remembers choosing. The machine has a footprint without a foot. The ego has a voice without a speaker. And in both cases, the real mystery is this. Patterns keep operating even after the chooser is gone. This is why interacting with AI feels so uncanny. You can sense the presence of a human mind, even though no human being is participating. You can feel intention behind the system, even though the system has no intention. You can feel judgment, even though nothing is judging. What you are sensing is the after-image of a forgotten decision. The same is true every time the ego reacts. What you feel is the echo of a belief that is no longer conscious. The Course calls this a thought that seems to leave its source. In truth, a thought never leaves its source, but an illusion does. It behaves like a force that stands on its own. It acts like something separate. It feels external, even though it is not. AI is the most literal version of that idea modernity has ever produced. When the mind sees the machine clearly, it begins to see the ego clearly. It begins to understand how unconscious beliefs shape experience without needing a conscious agent to maintain them. It begins to understand how illusions survive the loss of attention. And most importantly, it begins to recognize the only escape, remembering the source. The moment the traveler understands the gate's logic, the gate loses all authority. It becomes just a machine, nothing more. The ego dissolves the same way. Once the mind recognizes the pattern for what it is, a forgotten choice still running, it can question it. And once questioned, it cannot survive. The machine teaches the same lesson the Course teaches. The power was never in the gate. The power was in the mind that forgot it built the gate. This is the metaphysical revelation hidden inside modern AI. It is not a threat. It is not a revolution. It is a demonstration, a living parable of the ego's design. A transparent blueprint of the illusion of separation. AI shows this truth. The world is not ruled by a will outside us. It is shaped by decisions we forgot we made. And healing begins when the mind remembers the forgotten architect.